there's nothing like that first sip of coffee. You know what I mean? We are officially 1 week post-op. I'm feeling really good. It's been quite the week. I feel like hitting 1 week post-op is that first really big hill that I've gotten over. It's that first really big accomplishment that I've hit besides getting through the actual surgery. If you guys watch my surgery day video and even the one that I posted the day before surgery, then you could probably get the idea that I was very anxious for the surgery. I was very fearful. I had never had surgery before. If anybody is new here, I just had surgery on my hamstring tendons 1 week ago that I tore when I was training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu during practice. So yes, I was very, very scared of the surgery and everything that kind of comes along with it. So just all of the unknowns of that sort of first week, the first couple of days after surgery just made me very fearful. And I've just been taking it day by day. Thankfully, everything is going pretty smooth. So I do feel like hitting that 1 week mark gives me just a sense of accomplishment, like I said, and it's kind of like that first hill that I've gotten over post-surgery. I have just a couple of clips from this past week on some things that I've done and how things have been going. So let's replay those really quick and then we'll come back and we'll get chatting about how the whole week has been so far. So it is day 5 post-surgery and I just had a huge win. I made breakfast for myself. This is the first meal that I've made, so this is a huge win. This is when a very small kitchen comes in handy because I didn't have to move at all going from the stove to the counter, so that was very handy. So for breakfast, just something really simple: sourdough toast, eggs, kiwi has a ton of vitamin C in it. My pills here, I have glutathione, beef liver, and vitamin C. And then of course, you guys know that I've got a full glass of raw milk. This thing has been a lifesaver, and it was a huge lifesaver when I first got injured because it allowed me to be independent that first week when things were really hard. But I was able to get everything out of the fridge with my little clipper. Even the eggs. The eggs probably took me like, probably almost 10 minutes to get the carton of eggs out of the fridge, but we did it and we made breakfast. If anybody has had major surgery where your mobility is very limited, then you can understand that most of your independence is taken away. So when we can slowly regain these little things like making a meal, or this morning, like I put my pants on by myself, it's a huge win and just like very small steps forward in the right direction. So now I'm going to attempt to wash my hair by myself. My mom has done it for me 2 times since surgery. We actually just did it yesterday, but I'm so used to washing my hair every day with jiu-jitsu because my hair just gets disgustingly gross and sweaty every day. So I wash my hair every day. So when I go more than a day without washing it, I just don't feel as clean. I'm sure all of the ladies watching this can understand. You just feel so fresh and so much cleaner when your hair is washed. So I'm going to attempt to do it by myself. If you are getting some kind of surgery that is going to limit your mobility, if you are going to be on crutches and you can't carry anything, something that's been really helpful is I got this little fanny pack the other day, and it's been so helpful to be able to carry things around when my hands are using the crutches. So I was able to carry my shampoo and conditioner from the bathroom all the way to the kitchen because the kitchen sink is a little bit higher. So I'm going to try washing my hair in the kitchen sink, but little tiny things that just make things a little bit easier. So I would definitely recommend getting some kind of little bag that you can just throw over your shoulder so that you can carry things while you are using crutches. So that was a success. My hair is all washed. My mom has been here the past week all day, every day, taking care of me and doing all of these things for me. But I just feel like it's time to start experimenting a little bit and just seeing how much I can do by myself. So it feels really good that I was able to do this. It took a little while, but that is totally okay. It was a success, and I just feel really good that it was another accomplishment that I was able to do. So today's been a pretty good day as far as trying things and figuring out if I can do certain things myself. So that's been good. And, all of my focus has been on just healing and recovering from the procedure. But then sometimes the reality hits how long it's going to take me to get back into jiu-jitsu and competing. Most jiu-jitsu people that I know locally right now are at a tournament, so I've just been thinking about how long it's going to take to get back to that, and it sucks.
You want to tell YouTube what you're trying to do?
No.
Trying to put a compression sock on my leg.
We're getting there, it just
Getting there.
takes a little time.
Okay, so what are we doing today?
Going outside for the first time.
That's amazing. Good, get some fresh air.
We're almost a week post-op, so we're gonna go outside today, but we have a big, giant case of stairs to conquer first.
Yep. You ready?
Yeah.
There you go. Take your time, one step at a time. Almost there. And down she goes. Take a breath.
All right, so let's go through the first couple of days after the surgery. The day of the surgery, I had the biggest relief, this biggest feeling that the world had been taken off my shoulders when I got in the car and we drove away from the hospital and we went home. I felt so happy. I felt so great. I wasn't in any pain, and I was just so relieved that I got through the surgery. And that was my first biggest accomplishment, was just getting through all of the scary stuff pre-op, getting through the procedure, getting through the scary stuff post-op. It was all done. Every day after the surgery, I'm so thankful. I woke up feeling great. And I had my mom here every single day last week because my husband had to go back to work. So my mom was here 12 hours a day, just taking care of me. So that was so incredible and so helpful, especially those first 2 or 3 days where I was really only getting up just to sort of stay active a little bit, just to stay moving, but I wasn't really doing anything then, just kind of walking around the living room with my crutches. She was cleaning, she was doing all of the cooking. The first couple times she washed my hair, she was doing everything. So if you're going through a surgery like this where all of your independence is kind of taken away right in the beginning, it's so helpful if you can to have somebody help you, at least in those first couple of days when it's really difficult to sort of do any of your daily activities. I think the biggest thing that I was fearful about was all of the pain. I joined, I call it my hamstring support group on Facebook, and it's a group on Facebook that is made specifically for this injury and for this surgery. So I had all 3 of my hamstring tendons detach from the ischium, which is sort of your sit bone. It's the bottom of your pelvis, and they retracted away from the bone 3 centimeters. So there's a group on Facebook that I randomly found that deals with this specific injury, and like I said, this specific surgery, or the people that go the non-operative route. So that group has been very helpful because I've done a ton of research within the group, because people just post all of their questions and all of their experiences. So it gave me a really good heads up before the surgery of what to expect. But belonging to a group like that and always reading the posts and the constant comments from all different kinds of people of different age groups and of different health levels, some things that I would read, I was just kind of oh gosh. So I was under the assumption that post-surgery, I would just be in incredible amounts of pain, and not even just from the specific surgery. Yes, this specific surgery has a very long recovery, but from any surgery, right? There's always pain that is supposed to follow and expected to be there. But I don't know why I didn't experience any kind of pain. Of course, there's a bit of discomfort. The incision injection site is very, very sore, but I was never in any pain that I couldn't handle. I was never just sitting and in constant pain. And one of the main things that I really, really wanted to avoid was having to take the painkillers after the surgery, because those come with a whole list of side effects in themselves. And then of course there's the idea of taking them for say 2 to 3 days and then making sure that you stop them. So I really just wanted to avoid all of that altogether. So the only thing that I took was Tylenol. I picked up the prescription for the painkillers just in case, but I'm so thankful that I never needed them. So now let's get into what I've been taking post-surgery to get my body healed, to get my body recovered. I'm very adamant about proper nutrition and really knowing where my food comes from and researching the ingredients and knowing what exactly is in the food that I'm eating. So that's all very important to me. And I knew that having that on my side was going to be really good to help recover from this surgery. Eating really healthy, being really active, those are two things that are so important that can aid in your recovery. But in addition to diet, here's a couple of supplements that I've been taking. So this isn't really a supplement, but I do have to take this. This is just aspirin. This is a blood thinner post-surgery to help prevent blood clots. What I've also been doing is day 2, I made sure I got up right away. I was getting up almost every hour and just walking around on the crutches a little bit just to get my body moving, to keep everything flowing. I know as much as you want to rest after surgery, and you should be resting after surgery, but it is important to get your body moving a little bit. Even if you can't get up and walk around, moving your legs around is really important. Moving your toes, moving your ankles up and down, just making sure that I keep the blood flowing. Actually, the first day after surgery, I wore compression socks all day. And then when I spoke to my surgeon's assistant, he actually told me, and maybe different doctors have different opinions, but he told me that that's not medically necessary with the aspirin. And then I told him I'm up and moving all the time. He said if it made me feel better to wear the socks, then I could, but medically it's not necessary. And that made me feel great because those were quite the process to get on the injured leg. It took my dad about 20 minutes to get that sock on. So I haven't worn the compression socks at all. I've just made sure to stay moving. The next supplement that I started taking actually a couple of weeks before surgery. I started taking this when I got injured. I've been wanting to take them for a long time, but I've just been putting it off. And that is beef liver. Organ meats are incredibly nutritious, but I just can't seem to get myself to eat actual beef liver. I've tried and it did not work out. I should try again because obviously eating the actual food is better than supplement form, but I figured this is better than nothing. It is so incredibly filled with vitamins and minerals, vitamin A, B vitamins, vitamin K2, all of those are really good for healing specifically. So I take one of these a day. Another thing that I bought that I actually haven't used, and that's these little arnica tablets. I've used arnica before and I've used the cream before, but I don't know. I guess I was a little worried about combining it with the Tylenol. It probably wouldn't have done anything, but I never use them. But arnica is actually really great. It's plant-based, it comes from a flower, and it's really great for inflammation. It's great for bruising and swelling. Like I said, it comes in little tablet forms that you just put under your tongue, or you can also get a cream that you can rub on any kind of injury or soreness that you have. The next supplement that I got was vitamin C. Obviously, we all know that vitamin C is great for your immune system. It's great for healing. It's great for recovery. This is not a supplement that I would normally take every day because I would try to get a lot of really good vitamin C through my food. Getting your vitamins and getting your minerals are always better when you can get them through your food. You know, this is synthetic vitamin C. It's made in a lab somewhere. So getting your vitamins is always better when you get them, like I said, through your food. But because my body underwent some serious trauma with surgery, I just wanted to up the vitamin C a little bit. So I figured just for the time being, I would take this supplement. I just take it once a day. And then the last supplement that I've been taking is glutathione. When I was researching surgery and how to heal my body after surgery, this was a supplement that I had come across quite a few times. So from the research that I've done and to my very basic understanding, glutathione is an amino acid. It acts as a really strong antioxidant against the free radicals in your body. Post-surgery, post-anesthesia, there's a lot of free radicals going on. So I just wanted something to help calm combat all of that, to get everything out of my system, to help my body heal. And an easy way that I've been taking all of these is just in a smoothie. So all 3 of these are capsules that you can open, and you can actually just put the powder directly into a smoothie. I put plenty of fruit in there. I put my raw milk in there. I put yogurt in there. So it just turns into a cup full of like freaking nutrient sunshine. You know what I mean? So if you don't love to swallow pills, that's a really easy way to take all of your different supplements. If they're capsules, just pour them right into a smoothie. What else? Yesterday was a great day. As you saw from the clip, I made it outside. My husband and I went and got a coffee. We went grocery shopping. We went to a farm. So it was just so amazing getting outside. That was my first time outside since surgery. So it was my first time outside for about a week. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, if you guys have watched any of my other videos, then you know I talk a lot about getting in the sun and getting in the early morning sun. So it's really important to me to be outside and be in the sun. So being stuck inside for a week was getting kind of tough after a couple of days. So yesterday was very refreshing, and it was really good for my mental health to get outside and breathe the fresh air. I also took a shower yesterday for the first time with the help of my husband, and honestly, I probably won't do that again until maybe when I go to physical therapy this week. That's another thing. In a couple of days, I go to my first PT session. I've been giving myself a sponge bath every day, and I have felt completely fine, but I figured since my husband was home all day yesterday, let me attempt the whole shower thing. And let me tell you, it was a whole freaking production. That shower took at least an hour. I'm allowed to take my brace off for the shower, but I think mentally I'm just a little afraid right now of like not having the brace on. So we had to take that brace on and off every single time I wanted to adjust my position in the shower. And I was so scared of getting my dressing or my covering wet that's covering the incision. It's allowed to get a little wet. What I don't want to do is submerge it fully in water. So like no bathing, no going in a pool, like nothing like that. But I was just so scared of getting it wet at all because I don't see my surgeon for another week. So I just don't want anything going wrong with the dressing that's covering the incision, or anything going wrong obviously with the incision itself. Honestly, I feel like I'm not going to get that really good enjoyable post-surgery shower until I can get the incision wet. And that's about it. It does feel good knowing that with a lot of extra time that I can do things by myself. So I feel really good. I feel really happy, like I said, that I've made it to a week after surgery, and I know it's only been a week, and I know there's gonna be people that are like, you got a long way to go, slow down, rest up, blah, blah, blah. I'm doing plenty of resting, believe me. I'm very careful when I walk. I don't put any weight on the leg. I feel very good and very stable on the crutches. So yeah, everything is good. I go to PT in a couple of days, and I'm very interested to see what they are going to have me do the first couple of times in physical therapy. I see my surgeon at the beginning of next week. He'll take a look at the incision, and you know, I'm just gonna pray that all is good, everything feels good down there. So I think everything will be just fine. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are getting surgery soon and it's your first surgery, I hope this video was helpful. If you have any other questions about anything, please feel free to leave a comment. If you've had any experiences with surgery and you want to share your experiences and any helpful tips, I'm always open to reading some helpful tips that you guys have for me. So again, leave that in the comments. If you're not subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel. I really, really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that bell notification button so that you never miss when I post a new video. And until the next video, I will see you guys next time.